Yeah, I know it's a week-to-week league, and, any given Sunday, this was ridiculous.
The Bills' effort and offense were worse than my voice, and I sound terrible.
This is the Buffalo Plus Podcast.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Buffalo Plus Podcast. Mike Catalana, along with Dan Fates, who's playing hurt. We'll explain that in a minute. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for being with us. I'm sure you're miserable. You'll be venting. You've probably been venting to people all day, all night, whenever it is that you're watching this. I am kind of disgusted by the way the Bills played.
Yeah.
And I know this happens sometimes in the NFL. And I know it's a week-to-week league, and I know you got to get up for every team. But this one, Dan, just bothered me because of how important of a game it is for a team in November and the way they played against a division rival.
Yeah. Apologies for my voice hurting your ears. And I apologize. The Bills need to apologize to your eyes for what you just watched on Sunday. We thought this was going to be, I said, Mitch Trubisky should get into this game. He got in this game because of how bad the offense was. And on the heels of the trade deadline and not getting stuff done, that was reminiscent, Mike, of the Jags loss a few years ago when they went to Jacksonville and lost 9-6. And that was one of those games where we joked around about the Bills are still going to come back and win that game. But that's a lame duck head coach that is going to get fired, and a team that is not as talented as you and doesn't have anything to play for. I know, right, Mike? Hey, they get paid too, but you've won 7 games in a row. You've dominated this team. This has been your second home, and to put that type of effort, that to me was the most disappointing thing today.
Look, we can talk about the defense, and we will. They were playing with a lot of guys out or guys that left the field. No, I'm saying is in terms of that, the offense had everybody out there except Josh Palmer, I guess, right? Was the only one. He hasn't been playing. Here are their possessions in the first half. Punt, lost the ball on downs, punt, fumble, punt against Miami. They were getting shut out through 3 quarters of this game. The total numbers are empty numbers. Josh threw for 300 yards. They ended up scoring a couple touchdowns, whatever. They lost this game because of the offense. I thought the defense was not great. The tackling was abysmal in the first half. But they lost this football game because of the offense.
100%. The offense was not good enough. It has been a concern of this everybody eats, and we've hammered this home. And, Mike, there was a report today that came out from Tom Pelissero of the NFL Network that the Bills were part of a package to get Jalen Waddle. He's pretty good.
Right.
They were willing to give up a first-round pick in 2027, not this upcoming year's draft. The deal did not get done. That we talked about what they were thinking about going into this deadline. Does it change their mindset? But this is a fundamental issue that goes back to training camp, where this is the team that they assembled. This is the team they thought was good enough. This was the offense they thought was good enough, and it's not.
This is the passing game where Brandon Beane said going into training camp after the draft that it was
the dumbest argument to be bitching about a wide receiver.
Right. And it is a big thing. And the team obviously recognizes they need a wide receiver. If you're out there ready to throw out a number 1 pick, that's what I can say. You can argue, could he have given up more? Sure. Maybe it's worth doing that, especially for this year. But they are obviously recognizing it's not good enough. We've said it multiple times here. They know it. They should have done it in the offseason. That's when they should have made a move for a wide receiver. They have Keon Coleman. If you want to hang your hat on the touchdown Keon made, congratulations. Watch the rest of the game. It's not good enough.
Here's a mind-blowing stat for you. Per Next Gen, Josh Allen's average time to throw was 3.53 seconds today against the Dolphins. That's the longest time to throw of his career since 2018. Josh had time.
Yeah.
Josh scrambled to make time, and still nobody was open. The Bills' best offensive pass play was when Josh ran around for 10 seconds and then Curtis Samuel got open. They're playing backyard football and not the good kind. Nothing is scripted. Nothing is easy. Nobody is open. Massive problems. And when you can't run the ball, Mike, what is there to do?
and I know it to some people it's going to sound like I'm picking on Keon Coleman. He is their outside receiver. It is vital for him to be good. He has not been good enough. A little more sound from the locker room. Well, first of all, Josh asked about Keon, and then Keon, I asked him about him making the most of his opportunities.
Do you feel like Keon is doing enough with the chances that he's been getting?
I mean, got one today, so yeah.
Do you think you've made the most of the opportunities, like a day like today? Do you think you've made the most of what you've had a chance to do?
Not really. Had a tip ball I could have probably scored on, so for the most part, yes. I feel like I do capitalize when my number is called, though.
You're on the sidelines. You see a lot of stuff. When you sit in the press box, you're basically getting the all 22 view of the game.
Yeah.
There were times I am watching Josh Allen from either side of the field, and I'm going, there is no one open. And you're right. Some of that time to throw was him running around like a crazy man in the second half and trying to find guys open, and then he made a couple of plays. But it's also forced Josh Allen to go back to the old Josh where he's trying to make too much of a play, like on the run,
and
he fumbles the ball. On the pass, was a bad decision on third down.
He said gassed.
He said afterward he threw it to Shavers. I think that was one to
He was
Knox.
so gassed. That was the drive that he ran around on the third down, completed the long pass.
And then he threw the pick.
But the entire offense, and look, it was hot today. It wasn't 2022 surface of the sun hot, but it was hot. And Josh is, you can see how exhausted he is before the play because nothing is easy. Nothing is coming easy with this offense. And also, I'm sitting here on the sideline scrolling my phone on Twitter, and I'm seeing deep touchdowns from here. And I'm seeing deep touchdowns to Mac Hollins. I'm seeing deep touchdowns to Chris Olave. I'm seeing the Seahawks have deep touchdowns. There's this thought that you can't throw the ball deep. BS. You can throw the ball deep if you have the guys to do it. The Bills don't have them. Like I said last week, can you build a passing offense and a passing attack around bubble screens to Khalil Shakir and passes to your tight ends? Last week, apparently yes. This week, you can't.
We've already talked about what Josh Allen said and Keon said about their relationship on the field, right, and opportunities. Here's Sean McDermott on the Bills' passing game and why they're not getting enough and the importance of getting more out of an offense that has 17 at quarterback.
Because it's an important part of our offense. We've got a great quarterback, and you want to be able to move the ball two-dimensionally, and we should be able to move the ball with Josh through the air. But it can't just be one phase of your offense. It's got to be two.
I loved hearing that from Sean. Like, don't put this all on Josh.
Yeah.
Like that was pretty much him defending his quarterback of, we should be able to move the ball when we have 17 at quarterback. And you need to also give him some easy throws. I think Joe Brady got cute again on the fourth down. You're throwing a lob pass up to Jackson Hawes.
I think the initial thought on that pass was going to go right to James Cook. He was covered, and then he was stuck, and they're throwing backwards. It's funny, and a lot of people do a good job trying to cover the team and all, but there are times you need to be there, and we're standing in the press room, a small press room. I felt like Josh Allen said words.
Yep.
But I could hear his teeth grinding when he was talking.
Yep.
If you follow what I'm saying.
If you read the transcript, he said the right things.
He says, it's on me, it's on me, it's on me. Yeah, okay. Yes, he's got to play better. He made some mistakes today, but there's so much on him. They're just not giving him enough on the offense. And add into that, and people are probably commenting, Dalton Kincaid made the best catch I've seen him make as a Bill. Then he dropped one. Then it was a hamstring. So it didn't help matters that he went out with a hamstring, so we'll see how long he's going to be out. But when I said this about the tone, I thought Sean McDermott the same thing. He sounded angry. Is that the right word? Or frustrated? Frustrated to the point that in a few of his answers, he went back and clarified, and even, not to go to, even sort of did that personally to me about a question I asked. It was just, he came up to me, he goes, hey,
the stats
nothing.
at the end.
Yeah, because I said about the stats, and
He
and
wants
I
to
knew
move
what
the
he
ball.
meant.
Yes.
He was saying is those are empty stats, which he's 100% right. I'm saying is I think he wanted to be clear.
Yep.
I felt that frustration from him.
Yeah, and we hear national people, national pundits, and whether it's, the big media, ESPN or NFL Network, these things, and they say, well, I don't like the fact that people say Josh Allen doesn't have any weapons, because look at James Cook, and then they'll just name Keon Coleman, and they'll name Dawson Knox, and they'll name these guys because they've been on the team, and this has been a perennial, deep playoff team. They've been a standard of the NFL for the last few years, and it's just not accurate.
No.
Like, to watch a game. You watch all the games. There's nothing explosive about this offense. And unless James Cook's ripping off 20-yard runs, it is a slog to get down the field.
I'm going to ask you guys. I want you to write down an answer here. Put it down. Write it down. Comment on it. It's 3rd and 8.
They have no concept. They have no go-to plays.
You're sitting at home. All of us do this. You're watching the game. You're at the stadium. You're watching the game. It's 3rd and 8. You're saying to your buddy, your wife, your sister, your daughter, whoever it is that's watching the game with you, oh, they're going to do this. They're going to do that. What are you saying on 3rd and 8?
This is where, when you watch the Chiefs, you watch Seattle, Monday night, Aikman, these guys will talk, and they go, this is Kelsey territory. They're going to look for Jackson Smith and Jigba. They're going to look to this guy. There's no go-to play in the passing game for this Bills offense right now. Even on 3rd and 12, there's screen passes to Ty Johnson to hopefully get enough yardage to go for it on 4th down. This is we've said it before. I think we said in Atlanta, the passing offense felt broken. And they got things on track in Carolina afterwards with the running game. And afterwards, Joe Brady said he had no concerns in the passing game because we can throw the ball, we just didn't need to. We can throw it when we need to. You can't.
Well, let's stop the BS. Brandon Beane showed he's concerned about the passing game because he's trying to trade for a wide receiver. Sean McDermott said, we got to do better. We should do better with Josh Allen as our quarterback. Josh Allen sounded immensely frustrated to me with the way it went. Taking on the blame, which is fine, but it's when the blame starts for this offense, it doesn't start with Josh Allen. So that part I just found to be it's a fact. The passing game's not good enough. When is it good enough? It's good enough when you're running the ball really well, you get the lead, you move the ball around, Shakir makes some plays, and everybody goes, everybody eats. Bullshit. Don't stop saying it. Nobody cares. And see what happens.
When is the last time? I mean, outside of, and here I'll take this out. I'll take this out for you. When's the last time there was a pass to a wide receiver? Because there have been some to Dalton Kincaid who has played well this season.
Right.
Okay, in the passing game. That Josh takes a 5-step drop, puts his foot in the ground, and throws a dart that's 12 yards down the field to a wide receiver. Even he's throwing left-handed passes to guys and shovel passes and things like that.
I would say because somebody said, go back to last week. He threw the one to Elijah Moore.
Okay.
It was a good pass. That's what I'm saying. It was a nice catch. It was a good pass. He did have Shakir, but you're only talking about a couple of examples.
Over games. There should be 10, 15 throws a game.
Your quarterback is Josh freaking Allen. So
and the comments that have already came in about what do you think on 3rd and 8? My thought is Josh is going to drop back and run around.
Yeah, and then hopefully somebody ends up getting open enough that they
or
can
Josh
make a play.
runs. And Josh got beat up today. He got beat up a lot.
Jackson Hawes, he's the go-to guy, I guess, because they got it to him late for the touchdown.
It's frustrating. And I know we come on here and it's like, it's fans and we appreciate all the like, comments, and subscribes, but it's like we're expressing how we feel watching this team, like trying to make you feel something of where we're at. And the effort, Mike, the effort wasn't there.
Yeah.
Josh said that they wanted it more. Dion said they came out flat.
Yeah.
How do you come out flat in week 10 when you're in a division race against a team that is 2-7 with a lame duck head coach?
So I'll put some of this on the defense early in the game. Bills go through. They get the interception.
Mm-hmm.
They get the interception.
Oh, yeah. The one bright spot. Nostralana.
It's 2 weeks in a row. Look, we got to play the clip. I'm going to make another prediction. Career interception number 2 is coming on Sunday. Cole Bishop. He had that great one against the Saints. I'm just picking winners here. Cole Bishop is going to get Tua.
Want to help out Uncle Dan?
Bet over half an interception for Cole. What would it be? Is it always like 0
it
for
would be half.
interceptions?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be over. So over a half. I'm going Cole Bishop. Over a half, he's going to get a pick.
See, we can still have fun here on Buffalo Plus, even during sadness.
That's why you got to watch all of our videos, because we give you those little nuggets.
You could have made money. I don't know if anybody bet Cole Bishop over interception.
So Cole gets an interception. Fine. Bills go 3 and out. Okay, they go 3 and out. And then poor tackling, Dolphins go down the field, get a touchdown, put you behind. I thought the defense tackled very poorly in the first half.
Yep.
Now, third quarter of this game, it's only 16-0. Like,
It's a
you are the
two-score
Bills.
game.
The defense was not good, but they were not the reason you were losing this game. The offense turned the ball over. They take it down the field, turn it over. I will say, Max got burned on the deep ball by Waddle.
Happens.
I said they should have traded for that guy at halftime. Max got beat. Waddle's a good player. Tried to get back. It was also pass interference. It's like, that is going to happen. He did have the speed to catch up to interfere with him.
Yep.
I guess if you want to be any sort of positive on it. I thought the tackling was poor. I thought it was better early in the second half, and I thought when it was 16-0 still, and they got
They were
down the
hanging
field,
around.
but then James Cook trying to make more on a play. Josh Allen trying to make more on a play. They give the ball away. The interception in the end zone. The offense didn't help them. And then the defense got gashed at the end of the game, which made it look worse. But that was a problem.
It's funny. I almost understand Josh and James's fumbles because those are literally those are guys that are trying to do too much.
Yeah.
Like, that's where do your 111th, all these things. No, not when your offense is struggling. You're trying to make a play. Josh, it's a tush push. He needs 1 yard. He gets 15, and he's carrying a linebacker down the field.
And then the ball pops out.
And
I honest to God, thought he was going to break free and go into the end
So
zone
did I.
the way he was going. Defensively, they played this game without.
My other ear popped.
Finally, look
Wait,
at that.
yep.
Some
Wow.
good news. Just to get you ready to get on a plane tomorrow. They played this game without Christian Benford. Okay. Then, look, they were hoping to get something out of Landon Jackson. I feel for the kid. It has not gone well. And then he gets out on the field, and he was in a lot of pain. You saw him on the field.
Yep.
I saw him afterward. His crutches. I don't know specifically. It did not look good.
No, that was not good. Players, instantly it's the knees, trying to straighten it out. It's his right knee. He came back from halftime in street clothes and on crutches and a brace already.
Yeah.
Then you lose Dalton Kincaid in the middle of the third quarter or fourth quarter, grabbing his right hamstring.
Yeah.
He was on the sidelines for a little bit, working out with trainers. They were just kind of trying to see where it was. And then he goes back to the locker room, comes back in street clothes
They
as
take
well.
him out. Yeah.
And he's their best pass catcher.
By the way, Jay Skursky of the Buffalo News brought it up. A lot of soft tissue stuff this year.
Calves.
Calves, hamstrings. Sometimes that's bad
Groin.
luck. Maybe there is. And Sean, in his frustration about the entire game, said the thing we're not making excuses about injuries. That really wasn't the question.
Yeah.
The question was kind of why are they happening? That's probably a bigger picture thing for them. But they've had a lot of them this year. And let me tell you something. This past game, it doesn't help to have Kincaid out.
No.
Because he had started to make a few plays on that drive, made a couple of nice plays. Then he dropped one right before half, and then he got hurt.
Yeah, I think Jenna, kind of framed it best. She tweeted, "Ugly, unorganized, and uninspired as the Bills dropped to 6-3." Patriots won again today. The Bills are now pretty much 2 games behind.
Yes, you lost to them head-to-head. Now you have an additional loss in the division.
Yep.
So if the Bills pretend, all things being equal, Bills keep winning, Patriots keep winning, you knock off the Patriots, you're still behind them because you lost that division game.
Yeah.
Because they haven't lost another game in the division. So this was a terrible day for that. My wife doesn't comment. That much about it. I got one text from Jenny, and it said, "This game sucks."
I got a text from Renee, "WTF is going on with this game?"
Yeah. I think they were pretty accurate.
My text back, "They suck."
Yeah.
It was one of those games.
And I think I know in the locker room, guys there's sort of a tone. I guess I'm still old school. I wanted to hear somebody get pissed off and maybe they do behind closed doors.
Yeah.
Even Dion, who's usually really honest with the way he talks, sort of dropped back into that, it's one game and we got to come back and all. But fellas, we're in December, or November, feels like December, and you can't lose games like this. I mean, even Denver, as bad as they were the other day, they found a way to knock off the Raiders. And then you can just try to forget about the game. But all this other worrying, New England is good, and the Bills are in trouble in the division. So they've put themselves in a bad spot.
I'm not thinking about the division anymore. Like, it is just make the playoffs.
Make the playoffs and be better.
Like, that's you got to try and stack good games.
They did stack back-to-back good games. That's what's
Carolina and Kansas City, and then this was another Carolina game. This was a game against a bad team that has no playoff hopes.
The only difference is these teams played in Orchard Park. And you said, it's fine to say that they didn't know they were bad yet. They had Tyreek Hill at the time. But that game was dead even. And this game was a domination. You look at the 120 minutes they played the Dolphins. Dolphins were the better team.
The Dolphins locker room, we were waiting outside to get into the media room for our interviews with the Bills players, and you could hear the Dolphins locker room having a party. Like, everybody rode them off.
Yeah.
I said in the Orchard Park game they had 0 chance. I did say the Dolphins had 1%. That was apparently too low.
You were right. No, they had a chance. 30-13. You would have bet a lot of money saying that score was for the Bills.
That was my score for the Bills.
You would have had a lot of money if
nailed the score. Wrong team apparently.
Yeah. God, I've been
so frustrating.
This team. Anyhow, I got nothing else for you. I know you're all frustrated. Tampa is a pretty good team, coming off a loss. But I'm going to say this should be a pissed-off Bills team taking the field on Sunday. They should be angry. They should be angry with themselves at the way they played. Enough with this pushing it down the line. Like, that's the only thing I have to say.
I don't feel good about next week. If Kincaid's out, Josh Palmer went through an extensive pregame warm-up.
Yeah.
He was probably out here for 30 minutes before the game, working out with trainers, long conversation with head trainer Nate Bresky. I think he was close to a game time decision.
Yeah.
I don't think you save people, especially when you just need wins.
No. I think if
it wasn't good to go. But
wasn't
hopefully
good to
that
go.
means he's closer to go. But
they're going to need him.
They're
going to need him because they're down pass catcher.
Thursday.
We saw a lot of Bills fans down here. Obviously, they travel well. You had a miserable time because this game was miserable. I thought the Dolphins crowd kind of showed up in this game. Because there was a ton of Bills fans, but the Dolphins haven't had a lot to cheer about at home, and they played well. Among the people I saw was Joe Moore, Buffalo Plus fan, said hi when we went to the Elbow Room, which was just loaded with Bills fans, so I wanted to shout him out.
Met a new friend, Garrett, at the casino last night. Hope Garrett's watching and listening to this. It was nice playing with you, man. Didn't win at the casino either. Didn't win there.
Damn.
I'm so over Florida.
Let's get out of here. Go back to the snow of Western New York.
Thursday, McGregor's.
Yes, we're going to the west side. We're in Gates, New York, west side of Rochester.
Yep.
Just off the city. McGregor's is an awesome place.
Awesome place.
We'll be there. Probably got a little bigger setup. Last week at Pittsburgh Pub was insane.
Intimate.
The amount of people that were there was great, coming off that Chiefs win. But we'll get you going for next week. This team's got to get you going. All right. That's going to do it for us. For Dan Fates and Jenna Cottrell, I'm Mike Catalana. Please make sure, as always, to like, comment, and subscribe. Vent away when you talk about this team.
I need some honey and lemon and a beer.
We will see you the next time on Buffalo Plus.
This is the Buffalo Plus Podcast.